वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं गुरु मे देवो सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मं तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Pranams to all my gurus, my elders, and everyone, my well-wishers, friends, family, and relatives. With all their blessings and wishes, I have started this new astrological channel where I am going to provide insights to astrological viewpoints, and hope you will enjoy it and continue to watch my channel. Namaste viewers, warm welcome to MGR Astrology YouTube channel. In this channel, you will be provided with astrological videos related to Vedic astrology insights and decoding of rules and exception to the rules of the Vedic astrology videos. In this channel, you will find uniqueness about how the Vedic astrology has to be used and how it is different from other astrological channel. Thanks to my gurus for giving me this knowledge. In this inaugural video, I am intent to explore about US presidential election, which is going to happen within 4 weeks' time. Thank you. I am excited about this presidential election because last year I got my citizenship and I am going to vote for the presidential election for the first time. So that is the reason I wanted to explore more about the US presidential election before going into vote. And I found some uniqueness in last 3 elections at least through my readings. 2016, 2020 and 2024 upcoming elections are all unique in some ways. I am going to share my knowledge, what I had by reading to you. Thank you. First we will talk about 2016 US presidential election, where Hillary Clinton, former First Lady, contested against Donald J. Trump. And this is unique because first time a former First Lady contesting for highest office, that is US presidential post. So this is the first uniqueness about this 2016 election. And then she is the second female candidate in US presidential election history. Of course, it happened 140 years ago where Victoria Woodhull contested in US presidential election even though she was not qualified to be contesting because of the age. And she was also not from mainstream party. So you can consider Hillary Clinton is the first female candidate from recognized mainstream party to contest for a presidential election. And both the presidential nominees in this election is close to 69-70 years age. This is also one of the uniqueness I have seen in this election of 2016. And another thing, I have never seen any presidential candidate, maybe there is some exception like Ronald Reagan, but Donald J. Trump before this presidential election never contested in any political office and contested in any election. He is a business conglomerate and first he was contesting in the US presidential election. And the election result of 2016 is the where Donald J. Trump won as the 45th president, is the fifth incident in US presidential election history where the winning candidate did not secure highest number of popular vote. Though Hillary Clinton secured highest number of popular vote, but she could not secure the necessary electoral vote in the election. That is the reason why Donald Trump became US president. Thank you. Now, 2020 US presidential election. How this is unique. First, the contest was between sitting president Donald J. Trump seeking a re-election and on Democratic ticket former Vice President Joe Biden contesting after a break. I don't think any Vice President after one term of break contesting for US President's election. So this is, in that sense, it is a unique. Also, Joe Biden was the oldest presidential nominee to contest in presidential election, and also he won the election, so he became the oldest president as of today. Before that, Eisenhower was oldest president, and also John McCain, even though he contested as the oldest candidate, but he could not succeed. So that is the uniqueness of this 2020 election. In addition to this, this is the 10th presidential election where sitting president losing a re-election bid. So this has happened only 10th time in 250-60 years of US president's democracy. And in the same 2020 US presidential election, Joe Biden announced Miss Kamala Harris as a running mate as a vice president. And this is also unique. She is the third nominee for vice presidential candidate in whole US election history. And last two were Sarah Palin and Ferrara, and both did not succeed in their bid to become a vice president. And 2020 election is unique because first female president was elected in 2020 US presidential election. So this is unique in that way. Thank you. Now we will talk about upcoming 2024 presidential election. In this election, Donald Trump is a Republican nominee and Kamala Harris is a sitting vice president, Democratic nominee. Why this is unique is because something is happening only second time in 270 years of US history. That is, yes, president seeking re-election second time. It means Donald Trump, who was sitting president, lost the re-election bid in 2020, is again seeking a re-election in 2024 elections. This has happened 128 years ago in 1892 when Grover Cleveland, who fought the 1884 election and won but lost his re-election bid in 1888, but again in 1892 he contested for re-election and successfully he won the election and became president again. Is this going to happen this year? We have to wait and watch. That is one of the important and uniqueness of this election. This is happening only second time in this history. Another thing, a sitting female president is contesting for US presidential election. This is third time a female nominee or contestant is contesting for a presidential post. As I said earlier, Victoria Woodhull was the first female to contest, even though she was not from the mainstream party. But Hillary Clinton had an unsuccessful bid in 2016 against Donald Trump, and now Vice President Kamala Harris is contesting again Donald Trump in this 2024 elections. So third time a female candidate is contesting and nominated for US President. First time a sitting Vice President is contesting against former president for president post. So this is also unique. So these are all some of the important but uniqueness about last three elections, as I mentioned. And we don't know whether the history will be repeated or the history will be created. If Donald Trump wins on November 5th election, he will repeat the history. If Kamala Harris wins the election on November 5th, she is going to create a history. We have to wait and watch whether history is going to be created or history is going to be repeated. Thank you. And another important thing is US has to wait for more than 200 years for female to become a head of state, and it is so-called oldest democracy in the world, but there was no female president so far in 270 plus years of US democratic history. Thank you. So last 5 to 8 minutes we have seen how last three presidential elections were unique with actual facts, like some historical points and everything. And I'm going to end this video here, but in my next series of videos I am going to analyze from astrological perspective. The first video I will be doing is 2016 election, where Donald Trump contested Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump won the election. So what is the astrological significance? Why Donald Trump won the election? What was his time? And on the other hand, why Hillary Clinton astrological and planetary position did not support her win? Even though she secured popular vote, highest popular vote, she could not succeed. And in the next video, we will again analyze what changed in Donald Trump's planetary position, or what is the significance, why he lost that election against Joe Biden, and what supported Joe Biden to win the 2020 election. And the last video will be, again we will be analyzing Donald Trump horoscope with the current position, whether it supports his election and as a president and create a or repeat a history which happened 120 years ago, or Kamala Harris horoscope supports her to make history in US democracy. Thank you for watching this video. Namaste.